Our story begins in a time long past, on the shores of the Mediterranean Sea. Well, here, a remarkable civilization began to stir. This was the world of ancient Greece. Its story starts around the 8th century BC, a time when myths and history were beginning to intertwine. For centuries, this culture would flourish, a beacon of human achievement. Its influence would not truly end with the Roman conquest in the 2nd century BC. Instead, its ideas would ripple through time, shaping the world we know today in countless, often surprising ways. It is a story of immense creativity and profound conflict, a testament to the human spirit's capacity for brilliance and brutality. The landscape of Greece itself played a crucial role in its development. It is a land of rugged mountains and a deeply indented coastline. Countless islands are scattered like stones across the brilliant blue of the Aegean Sea. This geography created natural barriers, separating communities from one another. Travel by land was often slow and perilous, a long journey through steep mountain passes. It connected the people to distant lands and to each other. But the mountains ensured that each valley, each plain could develop its own unique character and identity. This isolation was the fertile ground from which a unique political structure grew. Greece did not become a single unified nation, as we might understand it. Instead, it was a collection of independent territories. These were known as city-states, or polis. Each one was a sovereign entity, a tiny country with its own government, its own army, and its own patron deity. This fragmentation led to constant rivalry and competition, yet it also fostered an incredible diversity of thought and an intense sense of civic pride among the people who called these small worlds home. So, when we speak of ancient Greece, we are not speaking of one place, but of many. We are exploring a tapestry woven from hundreds of individual threads. Each thread is a city-state, with its own story of triumphs and struggles. The city-state was the heart of Greek life. It was more than just a place to live, it was the center of one's identity. At its core was the city itself, often protected by formidable stone walls. Within these walls lay the essentials of urban life. There was a marketplace, the agora, commerce, public discourse, social gatherings. Temples stood as monuments to the gods. Theaters staged dramas about human existence. It was a complete, self-contained universe for its inhabitants. Surrounding the urban center was the countryside. This land was essential for the city's survival. Farmers worked the land. Olives, grapes, grain. The relationship between city and hinterland was symbiotic. Farms fed the city. Walls and soldiers protected the farms. To be a citizen of a polis, one often had to be a landowner. That connection reinforced a bond to the home city, a bond defended with their lives. Among the hundreds of Greek city-states, two rose to such prominence. They were Athens and Sparta. They represented two profoundly different visions of how to live. Athens, a city of the sea, was open to the world. Its great port of Piraeus was a gateway for goods, people, new ideas. It grew into a vibrant cosmopolitan center, a place where art, philosophy, commerce flourished. The Athenians celebrated creativity and intellectual curiosity. They adorned their city with magnificent structures, like the Parthenon, a temple that still stands as a symbol of their golden age. Sparta, by contrast, was a city of the land, isolated in the fertile valley of Laconia. It was a closed society, suspicious of outsiders. Spartan life was entirely dedicated to a single purpose, the creation of the perfect soldier. A society built on discipline, duty, and the absolute supremacy of the state. From the age of 7, boys were taken from their families to live in military barracks and endure a brutal regimen. The most formidable fighting force in all of Greece. The leadership of these two cities reflected their core values. Athens, in its golden age, was guided by figures like Pericles, a brilliant statesman who championed democracy and great building works. He believed in the power of the citizen and civic participation. Sparta was ruled by two kings. Its most legendary leader was King Leonidas, who famously led 300 Spartans in a heroic last stand. Their rivalry culminated in the devastating Peloponnesian War, Athens' navy against Sparta's army. Plagues, betrayals, suffering. Sparta emerged victorious, and Athens' golden age ended. While soldiers and statesmen battled for control of the land, another kind of revolution was taking place in the minds of the Greeks. This was the birth of philosophy, the love of wisdom. Extraordinary thinkers asked fundamental questions, not relying on myths, but on reason and observation. The most famous were three men from Athens. The first was Socrates. He did not write books but wandered the agora, challenging beliefs with probing questions. Plato, his student, wrote dialogues on justice, reality, the ideal state, proposing a higher realm of forms. Aristotle, in turn, studied biology, physics, logic, ethics, politics, systematically organizing knowledge. The Greeks believed in gods who lived atop Mount Olympus: Zeus, who wielded the thunderbolt, Hera, Poseidon, and Athena, patron of Athens. Their myths, tales of heroism, tragedy, love, betrayal, were not just entertainment, but explanations, lessons, and explorations of the human condition. Festivals, sacrifices, and the Olympic Games honored the gods and sought their favor. Weakened by infighting, the city-states fell to Philip II. Alexander the Great then spread Greek language, art, and ideas from Egypt to India. The Hellenistic age blended cultures. Later, Rome absorbed Greece yet was captivated by it. Greek thought was preserved and transmitted across Europe. Our words, democracy, philosophy, theater, and our architecture echo Greece. Perhaps their greatest idea is democracy, the seed that citizens should have a voice, fought for, lost, and rediscovered, a timeless quest for freedom.